there, Pisces. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of March with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And as the birthday child, you are first out to read for this month. So happy birthday to you, Pisces, and have a really beautiful birthday month. I hope you like the new Pisces display that I made specially for you with the fish, of course, and some underwater creatures. Okay. As an extended member to the channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there is a reading up, 4 elements type of reading, my personal and spiritual growth, that is up for the full members to this channel. And what past life karma is dictating my current life experience is up for all the members, where we reveal what past life dynamic that is affecting your current life. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for February to get a context, and this is the prediction for March. And I'll start reading your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto De Angelis. So, when I open your deck here, I see the Three of Swords together with Justice. So, it seems like you have gone through some heartbreak and ordeal, and you're trying to make it right. You feel probably very disappointed and unjustly treated, and you're trying to find your way through by giving yourself more respect. Justice card is connected to the High Priestess, which is about self-respect and who you invite into your life. So I call the Divine with Love and Light. And we see a Death card here together with Justice in the reverse. So it shows that you have a little bit hard time leaving behind some kind of pattern from the past, the people from the past. Even if you have realized that you need to give yourself justice and self-respect, it's still hard to just move on and leave everything behind. It might be that you have a little bit of a trauma bond to someone. Okay, so I call the Divine with, I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. And here we also have the Chariot in reverse, again, showing that you wanted to move forward, you felt heartbroken, and you're a little bit unable to, due to the Death in the reverse and Chariot in the reverse. It's almost like you were on this beautiful path to finding people that actually would respect you, and then your car drove down the ditch. Okay, so I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Sun card as well in the reverse together with the Chariot in reverse. So it's some kind of situation that's not fully revealed, or you haven't understood the whole message, or you haven't been able to see the whole situation. It's very typical for all humans to mostly see their side of the story, and how they were a victim. But if you have been walking in the other person's shoes, you probably would have seen the situation a little bit different. And I think it's that angle that you are missing as of now. So, for example, someone might have been unfair to you, but in the same time what you asked of them was something that wasn't in their personality, or something that they wouldn't love or wouldn't like. So it would have been unfair to them to agree to this for your sake. So it's very hard when you are supposed to compromise with other people and make things fair, because usually what's fair for one person isn't particularly fair for the next person. And that's why we have this 7. 7 is connected to the Chariot, which is also 7. So there's a little bit of a block going on here. You're probably not understanding how your behavior is affecting the other person, or the part that you played to make this previous situation less than great. Okay, So it's not that it's your fault, it's just you need to see your part of it, okay? So I'm just going to tune in here for a few seconds to you, the person most on your mind and your relationship in March. So isn't it lovely that spring is getting closer, okay? It's still winter here in Sweden, but soon, okay, soon. And this is the new bottom of the deck. We have the moon in the reverse, so again it's something that you avoid seeing. It's like every time you look into that direction you just get pissed off probably, and I don't want to think about that, and no, they did me wrong, and so you're cutting it short and you're not not getting the full extension of the story. And here we can see the old bottom of the deck shows that this block, like you being unable to move forward to your new exciting life because you haven't learned a lesson of the previous situation. Okay. So this is what's on your mind with the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with that person. This is what's on their mind with you. And here we have your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for November, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. So I talked about this in correlation with the Justice card. And this is Pisces, Justice is Libra, both are 2, because 11, which is the number of justice, 1 + 1, 2. And this is also 2. So it shows it's about knowing the right way forward, taking good decision, having self-respect, being a high value person. So I think you have gotten the high value, being fair to yourself right by now. You have learned this. You have learned to have your own back. But what you haven't been able to see is that the other person is probably not like totally rotten to the core either. They probably have a viewpoint that you have missed. So it's some kind of secret or something. It's almost like a wall where we don't want to learn what we need to learn because it's uncomfortable, or it doesn't put us like totally in the victim situation, and the other one is in the crook situation, okay, being the crook. So this is what's on your mind. You're just trying to ignore the person that's the universe says that you have a lesson together to. You have turned your back, you're minding your own business. So I'm with you on that. It's not a bad way forward, but you're still, this is also connected to the moon card. Moon card is 18, 1 + 8, 9. So as long as you're avoiding the moon card, you're not going to fully realize your own situation either. And this is what's on their mind, and we can see death here in the reverse. So it seems like they have a little bit harder to let you go than the other way around. You have been able to put your back towards them, but they are still, revisiting the story that was you. And so it probably goes for both of you, with you needing to learn lessons from this relationship. So showing you this is only major arcana card, so it shows that the universe is currently ruling the show, so you're not getting your will through in the way that you plan. Man plans and God laughs. So we see here, this is the bond between you two, and we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. So this mainly just shows that you are trying to heal from heartbreak. You are trying to heal by moving on. You haven't been able to move on so far. You're just moved on into being single, or being with yourself, or working on loving yourself, or figuring yourself out. The other person is still in the heartbreak in many ways, at least in their mind, revisiting the situation over and over again. I'm feeling the white horse and these swords. It's like they are hurting themselves a little bit on the swords. It's not that it's not that like it hits them like a hammer. It's more like a sting, like is what I'm feeling. So, but they still remember. Okay. And you are trying to ignore what you remember about this situation. Okay. So this is your feelings, and we have a 10 of Cups in the reversed. So it shows that it's mutual love between you two, and you kind of know it, but you're ignoring the fact because you don't like what it implies, that certain compromises that needs to be made, or you forgiving something that might seem as unforgivable or unforgivable. It's not possible for you to forgive this, because that would mean that you have forgotten, and that it's you're allowing it to repeat, and you don't want this situation to repeat. And here we have their feelings, and it's the Sun card, still a white horse. So I'm thinking they are valuing you much more now than what they did when you were together. And this is 19, 1 plus 9, 10. This is the highest card for love in the major arcana. This is the highest card for love in the minor arcana. So the love bond or soulmate bond between you two is also making it difficult to move on. But I think this person is on a healing path, while you might be more just ignoring whatever happened. You don't want to hear about it. Since this person is still stinging, like they are still hurting themselves, like Sleeping Beauty on this thorns here, or the I don't know the name for when you make wool. But this person is stuck hurting themselves a little bit, and it's giving them a lot of insights. I don't think that this person is holding grudges towards you. I think they realize your value and the value of the relationship to a certain point of view. And I think they're realizing more and more the value between human connection. I'm thinking they're also learning to love themselves at this point, is what I'm getting there. And it's the white horse, so we can see this as a symbol in many situations, as for freedom, and also for healing, and being the hero, and knight in shining armor in the shape of a horse. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have a 6 of Cups here, and this is their behaviors and attitudes. King of Wands in the reversed. Okay, so it seems as in the mental state, this person is very ready to love you and to, give you their best. But this person has a little bit of an ego, and I think this has been the problem between you all along, and that's why you are ignoring them, because you know about this ego thing, that they have this big fat ego. So you could, like action-wise, very easily forgive the person and move on. But it's almost like you have forced yourself to promise yourself to not forgive them, because you know that, okay, mind-wise, they might have figured it out, but action-wise, they will still behave in the same old way, like self-centered, only thinking about their needs, not your needs. So this is all, it's a complex situation. Situations are usually complex like this, particularly when it's 2 people involved or more. So it shows a pretty interesting situation where you need to see the full extent of the story, that they are not all to blame. Yes, they have a big fat ego, but there was certain reason for them having this ego too. Maybe they were trying to protecting their freedom or their uniqueness or their individuality or their right to have a career or right to have friends. I don't know but something that was like their thing and not your thing 100%, or where you weren't 100% involved. And this was a little bit hard for you to accept, because it separated you in a way. And this person seems to understand your value in their mind, but they're unable to really take action and, show the value that they have put, like the value that, how much they value you through their behavior, because they are so indoctrinated with acting in very selfish and individualistic kind of ways. while it would be easy for you to forgive them, you don't want to, because they haven't really fully learned the lesson to the extent that they could actually honor you for real. You probably, maybe they have told you that, oh, I love you so much, I will change, but you didn't believe them, you still loved them. But you're also, like maybe they are loving themselves a little bit too much, okay? So whenever they are ready to also put words into actions, that would be the day when you would be able to forgive them and feel that it's the right time. So this is the outcome for March, and we have the Temperance card. So it seems like it's an ongoing situation between you two. You need to learn to see the other person's point of the story. You need to learn to compromise, to live and let live, but also to have balance, that it's not just one person that's supposed to let the other person, do whatever they want, and then still get benefit of being loved and protected. It needs to go both ways. So I'll see if I can find some oracle card to understand a little bit better your situation as of now. This is the wisdom of the hidden realms, the hungry ghost. So I think you're hungry in different ways. It might be that you have, for you, it's important that a particular love relationship is very intimate. So you need the other person to be there, to love you, to make your life happy. For the other person, the hungry ghost is about their own self-importance. They might have a very low self-esteem, which comes as the symptom. The symptom for this low self-esteem is like an inflated self-esteem, or making themselves more important, and then it's not humble, like they're not acting in a humble way. So this hungry ghost tells me that both of you have these problems of not being 100% healed. You have like a hole inside of you that needs to be filled by the other person's kisses and leaving notes and, giving you attention, things like this. And this person have a hole inside of them of they don't feel good enough. They feel like a crook. They feel like a bad person, like the black sheep, like someone that isn't worthy of love. So they inflate themselves and their own grandness to be worthy of love. So this makes this situation, it's almost like two children being together because of the drama that can be displayed in these kind of situations. So I will see what this person was on their mind about you. The grass was always greener elsewhere. So with this self-inflated ego, it might be that you also have experienced that this person wasn't always faithful. For example, they can have always almost like made you feel as if you were not the catch, that you were someone that they were wasting time with until they found this special wonderful person that could meet the expectation of their inflated ego. And maybe just being with you, just having like a home with you or children with you wasn't enough. They always needed to expand their life and add to themselves and their greatness and their grandness. And this was probably a big issue between you two. There was a lack of attraction, and I think it is because if you love them a lot and they know that they feel inside that they are not worthy of love, then if you love them, you must also not be worthy of love. I have seen this close in different constellation where people that as soon as you say to them, I love you, they kind of lose their mojo or their interest in the relationship, because then suddenly you were not this thing that they were trying to get. You were someone that wanted them, and who would want them? They are worthless. So I think that you had that kind of dynamic as well. I'm sorry that I took you for granted, which I think that they did. And I will come back for you. I was scared of hurting you. This with scared of hurting you. It's almost like this backward kind of, care, where you love someone and you leave them because you think that your love isn't good enough, or you can't behave in the ways that best. Like, why not just, make that extra effort to behave in ways that are loving, instead of, okay, I'm a bastard, so I'm leaving you because you're worthy of something better. So I think this is a little bit like an ass hat too. Okay, so they probably feel very dignified with that kind of wording, but I'm not impressed. Okay. So I'm also going to take cards for your side of the story here. What's on your mind about this? I want to marry you. A hit and run. I used you as supply. I played you. So you feel as you wanted to marry this person, but they just, they just played you. They were just like basically a narcissist that used you for supply, or they were the runner and the player and the manipulator. So, and this is a fact that you have decided upon. You have decided this is how it is. I'm seeing the truth now. And as long as this person is behaving in this kind of way, there can never be a reconciliation. So you're not against the reconciliation. You want a reconciliation because you know that it's love between you two. But this person is a little bit behind in their spiritual growth. So it's first when they can learn to love themselves that they will also be able to act with honor. As long as they are this hungry, like chasing their dignity, their worthiness, they are going to act like you are not worthy, and the thing that's going to make them happy, it's like way over there. So it's a difficult situation, but it seems to us you still have something to learn from this situation, and therefore the divine is not fully letting you off the hook. Clock, date. Need time, takes time, cycles, time to heal, progress, meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. So I'm feeling as, when I first saw this card, it felt as if you are going to have some kind of altercation between you two. But they will take a time before this altercation will happen. And the same is if you have totally decided upon a new person in your life instead of this lover, friend, whatever it is, you have decided like you're not going to spend more time, wasting more time with them. It's going to take a while before you feel ready to go on dates or really find someone new. Because I think this hungry ghost here, and it needs to be healed also inside of you. So I think you also need to learn to love yourself and fill the void that's inside of you. So being able to make yourself happy without this person. And after that, I think that you will be ready to add more people to your life or expand, like having other people in your life that makes you happy. For right now, it seems as if you need to have you in your life to make you happy. You need to learn to be happy with just being you. It's not about being isolated totally, the hermit, but it's about maybe not being able to lean on the people in your life for happiness. You need to make it for yourself. Okay. So I hope this helped. I would urge you to watch What Do They Want to Happen readings. What do they want to happen readings to get more information about this situation. And at my first channel page, you will find a playlist for your astrological sign where you can watch all the latest readings for your specific sign in one single playlist. And on the end screen, you will see a link to that playlist, so go and check it out. And thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy. Bye-bye.